this statue is, I told the people at the NFL this morning, that symbolizes the rebirth of our city. Remember, when this happened that night, wow, 75,000 people, we're only supposed to have 70,000, but we had 75,000. They crowded in some kind of way, and everybody felt the same way. That when that was blocked, our city is coming back. It's here. This is a symbol on the way, and that's why we got this here today. What a symbol for us to go forward and keep going forward, and let the whole world know, especially the newspaper people, that we are a great city. A great city. And I know everybody here is very proud of it. I'm proud of it. And I'm glad to tell people that I live here. I hope you do too. Thank you very much for being here.
I forgot to mention too that we want to thank Michael DeMarker from the Times-Picayune, who took the photo, captured that photo. I'm not sure if he's here or not, but let me say the Times-Picayune and Michael DeMarker have been great to work with in letting us use that. Where's Michael? There you are. I'm going to bring up the mayor before I bring up Coach Vitt. The mayor's on a little bit of a tighter schedule.
Thank you very much. We have practice. Mr. Benson, thank you very much. And thank all of you for allowing me to come by and to be with my buddy and Michelle. Thank you all so much for this opportunity. And just to highlight what Mr. Benson said, your city, the city of New Orleans, is being recognized by people all over America and people all over the world for being the nation's most leading laboratory for innovation and change. When they talk about New Orleans, they talk about resilience. They talk about resurrection. They talk about redemption. They talk about a people who, under the most difficult of circumstances, not only stood themselves back up, but are a city, Mr. Benson, that Forbes magazine is seeing the best place in America to do business today. And that actually started on this day. That was the day when the people of New Orleans began to believe that we can win again. And Steve, what you did and what you guys did in becoming a Super Bowl champion is you proved to the city that no matter how bad things got, no matter how bad any of us got, that if we turned it around, if we worked hard, if we came together, if we were selfless, if we really sacrificed ourselves for the good of other people, that we as a team, one fight, one voice, one city, could actually turn it around. And that's in fact what this city has done. And Mr. Benson is absolutely right. That statue out there is a symbol, but it's a physical manifestation of the reality that's in that young man's heart. And what's in that young man's heart represents the best that the city of New Orleans has to offer. And on top of that, it's not even his greatest gift. His greatest gift is Rivers. His greatest gift is a commitment that he has made since he walked off of that field to teach the people in New Orleans what it's like when things get hard. There's always a blessing on the other side of the rainbow. So on behalf of the people, I wanted to thank him. I want to thank your family. We love you for everything that you have done and everything that you're going to do. God bless you all, and I hope God bless you.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to bring up Coach Vitt, please.
I'm honored and I'm humbled today to speak before all you people on behalf of Coach Payton. A couple things now. This guy's a special guy. The first time I ever met him was on the practice field in our OTAs in '06. And he ran full speed into Hollis Thomas. And Hollis Thomas was running full speed, and it was like hitting a Volkswagen. And Steve went down, and he got up and he just flicked his neck like he was taking off a gnat off his neck. It was unbelievable. The next time we came together as a team was over in Millsaps. He's 4 stories in the air going down a giant slide, and he's swinging from the top of the giant slide, swings into the air, and hits about an area that much to go down and hit a pool. I said, man, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Hey, the next time we see him, he's blocking maybe one of the biggest plays in the history of our franchise, blocking a punt to get our city going again. And we weren't a very good football team that first year. We wound up going to the NFC Championship because of the foundation and the dedication that guys like Steve had. Now, he marries one of the prettiest girls in New Orleans. And I find find out that she drinks beer out of a long neck bottle, I said, who is this guy? Well, I'm going to tell you who he is now. I'm going to tell you who he is. You know what? The good Lord has given us 2 eyes and 2 ears and only 1 mouth. And if we watch Steve Gleason, and if we listen to Steve Gleason, he's going to give us the answers. He's going to give us the answers. I'm humbled. I'm blessed that he's into my life. He's got a wonderful family. And this statue's going to be great, but this statue doesn't need to compare to the man right here. So let's see.
I'd like to bring up Brian Hanlon, the sculptor. We found him when he did Shaq. He's the official sculptor of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Basketball Hall of Fame, that too. And he's been a joy to work with. He spent a lot of time with us last season in our locker room with Steve, just capturing Steve's heart. And he's got a few words to say.
Thank you, Greg. Yeah, thanks very much, everybody.
Can you come closer? Come closer, yeah.
I wanted to give out 2 thank yous and congratulations. I wanted to thank Mickey and Greg for your guidance and your confidence in me creating this sculpture. I really sincerely thank you for that. And I want to congratulate Mr. Benson for creating this moment. This sense of family in a professional organization is so hard to do. And what's more unique is that this sculpture is of a moment. And I don't think I've seen this at a stadium anywhere in the nation. And I do sculptures all over the country. This, I think, is a reflection of this spiritual side of this organization, which I'm very, very proud to be a part of. Thank you. Thank you.
Last but not least, I'd like to bring up Drew Brees and Steve Gleason.
First of all, thank everyone for being here. It is truly a special day. You know, I'm going into my 12th season in the NFL, and it's gone by so quickly. But I've had the blessing of being able to play with many great players, great people, inspirational people. But none more than the guy you're looking at right here, Steve Gleason. As a player, as a teammate, as a friend, he encapsulates everything that you would want in someone that you could look to for motivation, for inspiration, to lead you through some of the toughest times that you might face. Certainly, we all know the night, September 25th, 2006. That's a moment, there's very few moments in your life that you look to and say, I can remember exactly where I was, what I was doing, and my reaction at that moment, and that was one of those moments. That statue out there is going to be a symbol of our rebirth, our resurrection, our resurgence of this city, and all who inhabit it, and all who are blessed to be able to live here, to be a part of this community. You know, there's a saying that I saw recently, and the minute I saw it, I thought exactly of Steve. And that is, the things that you do for yourself only stay with you, but the things that you do for others live forever. And Steve is a guy who, no matter what the circumstances, he is always thinking about doing for others. And how can I make this world a better place? How can I impact others and make life better for them? And everything that he has done since being diagnosed with ALS just proves that point even more. Through Team Gleason, through all the other ALS patients who are here today. For guys like Dudley, who I got to join at the Super Bowl this year, I know the trip of a lifetime, the canoe trip that Steve Gleason just went on and took some other friends of his. It's amazing to see a guy who continues to sacrifice for others. And it's inspiring, and it's something that we should certainly all look at and know that our lives are better because of Steve Gleason. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, this is pretty basic. The last time I had the 9-foot statue unveiled was never. I just want to echo what has been said, that certainly that statue is not about football. That statue is a symbol. It's a symbol of the commitment and perseverance that this community took on. Before that game, there was 75,000 people in that stadium, and a few 100,000 others outside the stadium who had already committed themselves to coming back and rebuilding this community. So that statue is the symbol of what they did. And I think that moment was the moment when we as a team got to share that commitment and perseverance with the rest of the world. I also think that statue is a symbol of the fact that when the other people see a situation as wasted or worthless or tragic, that the people of a community can take that tragedy, that they can take that tragedy and turn it into something heroic. Finally, I'd like to say that I think in some ways I'm in a similar moment here. People say, Steve, it's such a tragedy what's happened with my diagnosis, that I'm chosen to say, what can we do to turn that tragedy into heroics? So I also want to recognize the 4 other ALS patients who are here. There were several more that I wanted to invite, but I think the message to them is that despite what other people say about our situation, we can take this and turn it into something inspiring and impactful on the rest of the world. That's what that statue is. Thank you. As I like to say, it won't be easy, but it should be awesome.
Drew, you want to count down? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Give it to us.
Nice.
Blocked the punt in the first quarter of the team's return to the Superdome following Hurricane Katrina. That night, the Saints defeated their rival Atlanta Falcons 23-3. It would kickstart an improbable run for a team that would go on to win the NFC South crown and play for the NFC Championship that season. That block punt, that season, symbolized the rebirth of the city of New Orleans. Amen.